Hello, everyone, and welcome in to Dio's Bizarre Holiday Singles. Time for the very last Mappool showcase of the weekend, and the one I personally have been waiting for quite a while now, the Grand Finals Mappool showcase. It's gonna be a good one. I am Dio, I am your host, I am one of the Mappoolers. I will be joined shortly by my other two Mappoolers, Woey and Listia. And I would like to just take a second and say thank you very much to everyone who did replays for this pool, because my god is it suffering to get replays on a 9.5 star pool. So thank you very much to everybody who helped out with the replays on this pool. And without any further ado, now that I have my co-Mappoolers here with me, Woey, Listia, let's talk about No Mod 1.
You're welcome. Sorry, I had to respond to thank you for the replays. Hey, everybody.
It's Doko Kameme, everyone knows that.
I don't, so it's clearly not a real.
It is Doko Kameme indeed.
This is a map that I think Dio was going through his map folder of like maps like this, and I suggested this, and I think he just started laughing.
I don't even think it was in my aim folder or anything. I was just searching around 9.5 stars for a No Mod 1, and Woey saw the song and said, "Ooh, that one." And I looked at the map and just started laughing and said, "Yeah, that one." Let's pull it. I am also extremely surprised I actually got 50k on this. I'm not gonna lie. This map is, you know, it's an aim map, right? It's easier in the intro sections, and the ending ki is definitely the 9.5 star part. But it's still hard. It's not easy throughout the rest of the map.
If you have any discomfort at all, this is also a sneaky stamina map, because it's like 230 BPM approximately, and it just doesn't stop for the whole time. So like, I feel like if your aim is slow at any point and your tapping starts to get more deliberate, like it adds up really quick because there's no point to like catch your breath.
I will say, I think this might get higher scores than Flyers, but I also think it's harder, and it will feel harder.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, we thought the Hard Rock aim map last week was going to have low scores, but like we underestimated the AC portion, quotient of it.
Yeah, this is quite difficult.
It's quite difficult. Yeah, I would say quite difficult is a good term for this. Cross screen 230 BPM jumps. Yeah, that's a good word. There is actually a slight audio delay, so I am going to fix the audio delay real quick before we get on to No Mod 2. Just for anyone wondering, want to make sure it's clear that I will fix the audio delay while the audio is quiet, because if I do it while it's not quiet, it's going to get very loud. Let me just do that quick. Okay, should be good now. Let me know if there's any issues. On to the No Mod 2. God bless, I actually got 50k so I could stop playing that map, because my god, my tapping hand was dying. Hey guys, it's like I'm watching BTMC play the tournament.
Hey guys, welcome to Emmerich Grandmaster Cup 2.
Kinda, sort of.
Hey guys, don't practice the ranked version.
Hey guys, don't practice the ranked version.
I mean, it's probably not very it's probably not very different, but it is the loved one.
So yeah, here's No Mod 2. It's a normal No Mod 2 this week. It just happens to be 9.5 stars because that's how hard the pool is. And two players playing in Grand Finals have both said this is a ban. All right. Well, I mean, they are against Secret Box, so I guess that does make sense.
Like...
For the record, we pre-pooled Grand Finals like a month ago. We did not know who was going to be in Grand Finals when we pooled this. So this is not a targeted pick for Secret Box.
we did it. We finished the first draft of Grands, I believe, before quarterfinals.
Yes. Yeah.
And by we, I mean you. And then the second draft was me just going, why don't I put this in as well? Because you pulled it while I was away for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was during one of your like super busy weeks for sure.
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah. And then we had you go through and check the
Make some
pool and
edits.
make some edits and additions so that we all actually got to participate in pooling grand finals. Because I didn't want to gatekeep grand finals pooling for a tournament like this. Grand finals pooling is equal parts frustration and fun in a tournament like this. Finding maps that actually fit is really frustrating because there's so many great options that just aren't hard enough. And then there's also a lot of options that are hard enough but are really terrible. So,
such as this Nomad 1.
Such as this Nomad 1, but you know what? You take what you can get at 9.5 stars for Nomad 1, right? Like, there's not going to be anything good.
To be fair, I think in current year, Nomad 1 has never been easier to pool at this star rating.
That's true.
There's so much unranked stuff to go through. One of them's going to hit.
Yeah.
I hope there is no streams in Hard Rock Pool.
I don't remember if there are streams in Hard Rock Pool. I'm going to be honest.
Clueless is all I'm going to say. Clueless. Excuse me.
All right. Well, we get through the end of this map, and I guess I can do schedules real quick while I'm here, actually, now that all of the matches are done.
There's nothing to say, really.
Yeah. I think the tier 1 schedules are already out, and are now on the main sheet, so y'all can get the rescheduling if you'd like, but I think I scheduled Weltern and Eric to 14 UTC Sunday already, which you were discussing in chat, so, yeah.
So we were talking with Ethan Tricks, and he was talking about how everything could be a rake tap map, basically, if you struggle to play something.
Yeah. He was but the thing is, like, the map he brought that up on, and this is not something I necessarily agree with, he brought that up while in the Origin and Wonderio map while they were playing
DS9.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ringo Biori.
Yeah, that's no, definitely a rake tapping map. Yeah, Ringo Biori.
Yeah.
I agree.
I will say, I'm on the finals pool. I've been kind of impressed by the quality of scores people have been getting in both tiers.
Yeah.
Like, very seriously impressed, I mean.
Yeah, it's honestly reassuring for this pool. I wasn't sure when we were pooling this, and then I saw like MREC drop out in the first 2 weekends of bracket stage. If the players who were left were going to be able to play this pool relatively well, but after finals, I'm very convinced that y'all will be just fine. So, Listia, your comment about MREC Grandmaster Cup 2. Yeah, this is actually an MGC custom.
It is.
From Grand Finals in MGC. This map is fucking sick.
Impossible.
It's also
crazy.
impossible, but it's so cool. It's so much fun, man.
I really like how this fits alt, because it would still be a hard map at 145 BPM.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just happens to be 170. The awesome thing about this map, by the way, for anyone watching and who is looking at this and saying, wow, this map's impossible, if you're not playing in the tournament next weekend, there's lower difficulties of this map, like a 6.5 star, 6.7 star diff. That's very playable and extremely fun. I love playing that diff. So y'all can go play those diffs while the players have to play the top diff.
Is this being
especially
pushed?
Like Bob's diff as well.
I think it's being pushed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of every Bob map. I feel like he kind of prioritizes making things hard before making them good to play. But that diff is not the case.
I'm a big Bob fan personally. So me liking that map is less surprising.
If this got pushed for rank, regardless, that would be really cool.
I would love
what the hell is this score, by the way?
It has a full spread, so.
Can we just talk about this score for a second? What the hell is he doing?
Yeah, just MREC things. 1K combo on a 8.7 star alt map. Yeah, it's fine.
What does he miss on?
I don't know. It's pretty slow right now, but surely there's a miss coming up on
I
the
hope
hard
it's
section.
a real pattern.
I hope it's a real pattern. Please be a real pattern.
Oh, it's gonna be. There's like a build up here.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it will be.
This song is also just awesome, by the way. I'm so glad that Nymph chose to map a real song for Nomad 3 and MGC, because this song is just awesome.
That is definitely a real pattern. I think that is a valid miss.
Yeah, that's a valid miss for sure. Jesus.
That is not a valid pattern to hit, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
In seriousness, does Rise Against have any misses?
No.
Like,
no.
as a
All
song,
of their
like a
songs
band.
are
I'm aware
they're
of.
awesome. Yeah, great band.
Yeah, I love them.
All right, on to the Nomad 4, which is the first non-Dio pick in the pool. You can blame me for the first 3 maps. You can't blame me for this one. Whoa, it's your turn.
If the 3 bombs in finals were bombs, this one is a nuke.
It's funny. The funny thing about this map is that I put this in, and then Listia independently suggested we put it in Grands before knowing it was already in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is an Art Rumiera map. One of the experts of the editor that I've ever seen, as you can see right here. They're that's really the tone setter for this whole map. It's about 210 BPM, extremely mech tech. Very, very dense. Like, this is not a reading map, but it's so dense that it feels like it a lot of the time. And this is just the ultimate map to just stress test how high your skill cap is on, like, gimmick techie stuff.
Turns out if you're MREC, the answer is quite high.
Quite high being 215k.
Yeah. Quite high being 700 combo.
You don't know how crazy a 700
Yeah.
combo on is.
I'm looking at the map.
No.
I see that it's really difficult. I'm not saying 215 is a low score. I'm not thinking we're gonna get many scores near or above 215k on the weekend.
I will say
Spider of all time.
from a mapping perspective, I've been on record saying this might be the most technically impressive map ever made. Like, if you just go into the editor and look at any random slider, there's just so much going on.
Why is he... okay. Okay, man. So now the map actually just becomes unplayable.
That is unfortunately true. Actually, no, it's still kind of playable
Okay,
here.
no.
It's like the last
Yeah.
5 seconds. You'll see it. You'll see it when you see it. Like, these triples specifically, like, the first time I played them, like, I didn't know what I was looking at.
That's not a pattern that you hit, ever.
No.
No, it could be done.
It could be done. It will not be done in match.
No. Okay, this ending...
Speed map?
I hope this does not determine a pick. Someone doing better on this part.
Honestly, if it does, it deserves to. That's how I feel
If somebody
about
actually
maps.
hits that pattern, I feel like they deserve the win. Yeah.
Yes,
That pattern's
absolutely.
impossible. Okay.
So yeah, that's Nomad 4.
Speaking of impossible, I would like to thank Endura for enduring playing this map for a replay. As the MREC replays end here, and we had approximately 30 minutes to get scores for this map.
Yeah, no one else.
No one else volunteered as tribute.
Anyway, this is our aim map of the Nomad pool.
True. In all seriousness, the reason this is here is the same reason we have a map like Nomad 1. because all of the other speed maps do lots of other things at the same time. So there needed to be something that was like straightforward speed in this pool, and you know, I figured there's no other time where I will ever get to use Senseless Massacre in a pool seriously and have it fit the difficulty.
Unless
so
you
why
pull
not
for
use
relax,
it here?
literally. Unless you pull for relax.
Yeah.
And in Relax, this is like a overweighted farm pick
Yeah.
as well. Like in Relax, you pull this in like round 32.
Yeah.
Genuinely. The nice thing about this map is that even though it has these really nasty aim spikes, the better speed player will still win.
Oh, yeah. And that's because this is not the double tappable diff that's used in tournaments like way too often.
We'll say it's closed.
Because everyone just double taps it. Why do we keep pooling that difficulty, guys? It's just a double tap map. Stop pooling it.
Whenever someone pulls that, and if I'm playtesting, I send them the screenshot of Forum beating Rory on it in Course Ace. No, Forum beating Emrek on it, sorry. That's what I meant.
Zudinator beating
I would
people
never
on that.
play
Yeah.
Course Ace.
If you would also lose to Forum on this.
Very true.
On that, I feel.
Yeah.
Evan MacLeod was more like unconventional.
It definitely was. It was still extremely straightforward, but it was unconventionally straightforward in ways that don't really make sense. This is a normal map, but it's just way more highly spaced.
Did you say MacLeod, by the way?
You're not gonna call me an American 2 weeks in a row.
I am gonna call you an American 2 weeks in a row. It's McLeod.
Okay. And that does make sense.
What was it last week? I forgot.
Nope.
I don't even remember what it was.
I do.
Listia, look at the chat right now. The people yearn for Embraced by the Flame DT. I would like you all to know that this is here because Embraced by the Flame DT got replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Mazarin was not cool for this.
He was not cool for this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, here's your speed pick without Floim. It's just the ending of this map.
Yeah.
This ending is like almost the whole reason why like the better speed player will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even double tapping that for so long is still genuinely really hard.
Yep.
I remember seeing one of the first Osu clips I ever saw was of GN hitting the ending of this with easy halftime.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is this is another map that's quite difficult.
I didn't think we were going to see more of those today.
You don't say.
So,
it's difficult in the grand
this
finals
is,
pool that's 9.5 stars?
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is... So, do you like putting fun there?
Not really, personally.
You had to reference the comment you made.
Yeah,
sure.
the comment of this is putting funfair on Adderall. As you can see, I am doing my best.
No, you're doing shockingly well.
I do find this fun. I do find this really fun though. Although I will say, after this, there is one section in the ending that is genuinely unhittable, and you will see me just not hit it. So yeah.
I'm noticing a trend with some of these maps that a lot of us getting the replays are getting our max score and then losing score on the second half of the map. At least on Nomad 1 and on this pick. That's what's happened here.
That's kind of the reason the tier 2 matchups are really, like, they're not more interesting than the tier 1 matchups, but they're interesting in a different way. Yeah. Where the winner of a lot of these maps comes down to, like, who does better on filler. And obviously survives these really hard bits, but, like...
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of the tier 2 matchups have come down to just the Wanderio versus Origin match just now came down on a lot of picks to the very end of the map and who didn't chain miss more on the ending, which was kind of the point for tier 2, honestly. Like, there's not going to be
Yeah.
any matches where you're going to find somebody is way ahead on a pick and just like really good on most of it. Just because it's so hard, right? And so it's about the skill cap and being a pass player more than it is about being a better tournament consistency player at this level.
The ending's pretty difficult, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Get ready to learn Gamma, buddy.
Get ready to learn a map, buddy. Nomad 7 this week is North.
Speaking of get ready to learn a map. So anyway, this is like under half the star rating of the Nomad 7 last week, so clearly it's significantly easier.
Message from Malteser. Excellent. Good map.
Again, if you didn't see this coming after last week, I don't know what to tell you. Not only did we pool Solace of Oblivion last week, but during the showcase for finals, we specifically talked about how during Dio's bad tournament a few years ago, I specifically pooled Aspire maps in finals and grand finals because gimmick tournament, gimmick map. And, well, this is the logical conclusion of that when you take it to extreme star rating, I feel like.
I'm very interested in how this map will act on Scorpy 2. Because I feel like, has anyone ever played this on Scorpy 2 for any reason?
I played it for one reason and one reason alone on Scorpy 2 in a multi-lobby. Because I wanted to check if because this is a debug difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to check if the non-debug difficulty would function.
And it does.
It plays basically the same on Scorpy 2, if I'm going to be honest. Yorak is lower, but that's it. We decided to pull the debug version anyway because, like, I think the reason was it's not really fun to have, like, we wanted to remove the number of, like, lower the number of patterns that are just forced misses.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because that's kind of closer to what's fun in tournaments. Yeah, this is the entire map, Makram. The grand finals, do you think we'd just pull one of the practice diffs?
Yeah, we
Game
did
mechanics
indeed
like
pool the full version here.
Yeah, I love mapping.
I love that Shix just falls asleep mid-play here.
Yeah, just, not even holding a key.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
He knows what he can get away with.
Yep.
Yeah. That reminds me of this is kind of a deep cut, but like both of you are familiar with the Ruchi score on image material in that one show match ages ago, right?
Yeah.
Also, I just want to mention before we talk about that, there are invisible notes in that section. Please remember that there are invisible notes in that section. That is intended behavior of the map. Okay, go on.
Remembering that they are there will not help, I think.
Okay,
Follow points
here's
exist.
what will
Follow
help.
points exist. Play it with follow points.
Here's what will help. If you have slider reverse arrows, the slider reverse arrows point to where the notes will be.
That's true. Anyway, Marucci thing.
Yeah, so during that match, there's that one really slow slider in image material where it cuts the BPM as well. During that, Doomsday just fucking moves his cursor away from the slider for most of it, picks it up at the tick, and then does it again.
Oh, he thinks he's slick.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through this pick now.
There is something that always kind of bothered me, where when this was in the actual Aspire judging, people, like, were shocked that it didn't, like, win in its categories. But the thing is, I don't think it was categorized well, because it was in the playability, like, category. And I don't think that was the best way to, like, judge this map.
Yeah.
Just as, like, a fun little aside. Yeah, those spinners, that's kind of what I was thinking about with, like, how the Scorby2 balancing of this map. Like,
that's
I feel,
a good point, actually.
I feel like there's potential for when those spinner spams hit, for the score differential to just, like, jump one way or the other.
I really want to see that, actually. At players, please do not ban this map.
There have been 7 maps, and I think I've seen, like, 4 maps be like, oh, I'm banning this.
Yeah. Well, I will say, you do sadly only get 2 bans.
You do only get 2 bans per player.
Hey, someone's got to win each map, man.
True.
No matter how hard each map is, someone's got to win it. As much as the map may not want you to.
Can you imagine, like... Okay, of every map that it's possible to tie...
Stop right there.
That would be something else to tie on this.
Slider.
I think that just lagged my PC.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, especially
I
with
love how
spring
it takes until like long after the spinners have left the screen for the combo to stop ticking up from them.
I noticed that too.
That circle and this is another reason we're using the debug diff. That circle on the non-debug difficulty, your game runs at approximately, like, I want to say 5 frames per second. Generally, you have to get it frame perfect to hit it.
That's right. I remember that now that you bring it up.
I believe it's somewhat similar on the debug difficulty, but easier. If I remember correctly.
Just way more punishing.
Way
easier.
Detail. Yeah. And friendship win.
Wait, I just realized the better speed player probably wins this because of the last quarter.
Wait, true.
That said, if you don't bother learning it,
yeah, if no one practices it, I think it might be true.
Actually, a hotter take is the faster spinner wins.
That's a very hot take.
I don't actually know if comboing this section is realistic.
I don't.
Unless you're talking about just not dropping accuracy.
I'm talking about a part that hasn't even happened yet.
Oh yeah, the upcoming part. The part that well, between now and the end, I think Sheox loses like 2% accuracy.
Something like that, yeah.
Some of that is map issues. Some of that is just the map not really catering to his skill set very much.
I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I would guess from here to the end is probably why GN hasn't, like, grinded this for a better score.
Probably,
Starting right here. Like, there's no funny business here.
No, it's just speed.
I also, however, you say that, but I feel like miscount might not play much of a role.
I don't know what's gonna play a role.
Yeah, I have no idea how this is gonna play. It's gonna be very interesting to see.
Ostensibly, this functions similarly to last weekend in Solace of Oblivion, but just with a higher BPM mechanics section right at the end, rather than the 190-ish BPM mechanics section in Solace of Oblivion.
Yeah.
I want something of this to come down to this pattern.
Yay.
Yay.
That's...
God, I hope not.
We'll see.
So yeah, that's the end of the nomad pool. We're what, half an hour into the showcase, and we've just got to the end of the nomad pool.
Something like that.
Chaos-
Let's go on
Chaos
to
Gods.
let's go on to the hiddens.
Hidden 1. No one beat this? Fuck.
Yeah, nah, your replay stays in.
Dude, come on. Don't do me like this. You're gonna okay. This was labeled by Raikuzen as being the final boss of tech maps. Yet it's not even in the top 3, probably not even top 5 most technical maps in this pool. Curious. This is genuinely like, this is a mechanics check, first and foremost. It's a tech flavored mechanics check, but it's a mechanics check nonetheless.
This is old enough where it was probably before he went full Avalon, right? Like this
I think so, yeah.
It's closer to Warriors than it is to Snitcher. Let's put it that
Yes.
way.
Except the difference between this and either of those is that this is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, Warriors has not aged well. This, I would say, has aged a bit better.
Yeah, Warriors was fun at the time. I don't think it's aged particularly well either. And my first 8-star pass was Warriors, so yeah.
Ooh.
It's alright.
Blowing map. Dude, I am fighting for my life here.
So were the players on this week's hidden one on the flowing patterns. I'm not gonna lie. Well, it turns out high BPM hidden flow aim is pretty hard, right? Like, it turns out that's actually a difficult skill.
This is also faster than last week. I think last week was 220, right? And this is 237.
Yeah,
That's
last
right,
week
yeah.
was 222, so this is
Okay.
15 BPM higher.
Freedom dive, dude. Imagine if we'd pulled free mod. Freedom. Fuck it.
Free mod dive.
Shut up.
Free mod vibe.
OWC 2023.
I can't lie to you, I didn't look at the BPM. I thought this was like 260.
Yeah, no, it feels. I thought it was 2, and then I realized I was actually tapping the screens correctly, and I was like, oh, this can't be faster than 240 then.
Oh!
Oh
Shred!
my god.
Yo,
Oh,
okay, yeah,
shred.
that's the 2 patterns I hit in this map. This is also another map that feels a lot longer than it is, especially if you're like fighting for your life on this flow aim as much as I am.
Oh yeah. Me dropping 50k on Nomad 1, wondering when it's gonna be over. All right, on to the hidden 2. Nomad 6, we already saw. That was some low AR.
This is the
We got
hardest
some
map
more
in the
low
pool.
AR. Thank you, Markram, for the replay on this one.
So yeah, this is the end of 4 maps in a row of me doing my worst in terms of picking. This is the hardest map in the pool, in my opinion, and I don't think anything else is that close.
I did not actually end up playing this myself, so I'll just take your word for it.
This Markram score is ridiculous. Maybe I should say this is the hardest realistic map in the pool. This is the hardest map in the pool that feels like it shouldn't be as hard. That feels like approachable.
Oh my god.
Does this feel approachable? I don't know if this feels approachable.
It feels it's okay. It feels approachable in ways that X Node doesn't, and Arcana Eden doesn't, and
What is he doing?
yeah, this is kind of
I don't know.
ridiculous. These streams are also pretty hard.
Why is he hitting them? Okay, there we
It's
go.
not. These streams are pretty hard.
There was a little bit of giving up there. I just saw it like,
Yeah.
in the square specifically. This is like map 5 out of 9 where someone has said that's a ban.
Yep. Although I do feel like it's been different people each time. This part is deceptively difficult.
Oh, you have the speed up.
Yeah.
Just high density AR8 in general is just so difficult. Even if you know what you're supposed to do, making your hands do the thing is another challenge entirely.
I originally found this map from a Taquito lobby.
That tracks.
Yeah.
And I think the highest score in that lobby was, I want to say 70k, and it was with no mod.
Wow.
I feel like I've heard this song before, but I don't know where I've heard it. I'm trying to...
There's
a rank map set of it.
Okay.
The difficulty of this kind of ties into what I said with maybe Rosy Kiss, where even though that map was AR9, the fact it was 280 makes it look more dense than it should feel. And the same thing is here, but even more so.
This fully feels like an AR6 map.
Oh, he loses score in the last quarter. Okay, that's...
Yeah. No, you will see why. Do you see why now?
It's almost crazy he doesn't lose more.
How do you gain score on this? I'm struggling to figure out how do you gain score on this patterning at the end of the map.
Well, I think we're watching it.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked actually. That's
a good score. All right.
That is an extremely good score actually.
Okay.
So, yeah.
On to the hidden three. Will we replay on the pooling map? Oh my god.
Cooler pooling own map. Episode 2.
I've become the very thing I swore to destroy. So this map basically came from the notion that I thought if you took away the vocals of this song, it sounded a lot like Marmalade Butcher. So I mapped in a way like something that was similar to like a really hard version of Amanita, or Flussy Nussy Nihilopilification.
Yes, Fluxinaus Nihilopilification. Thank you.
Flussy Nussy.
I pulled that and was asked to pronounce it as well. I pulled it in Duck Cup last week.
Hey, check the stream, by the way.
I got
stream's sick.
The original Devious Panda custom for Fluxinaus Nihilopilification was in Perennial 2021 in Grand Finals. That was before the Love the Map existed.
Yeah,
I had to learn how to pronounce it real early on.
That makes sense.
When are you putting combo colors on this map?
That's a great question.
Oh, shit. I never remember to put on combo colors. Unimportant.
I don't think any of the players care. Do any of you play with combo colors on or not? I don't think so, but just double check. Not like it matters. Combo color gamers gang represent. Hell yeah. I feel like I'm the only person who plays with those on. Oh my god.
I play with them on when I'm using a skin with really ugly combo colors.
This guitar solo in particular is really where I feel like you hear the similarities.
Yeah, I get it. This is probably easier than last week's Hidden 3, if I'm honest.
Well,
no, sorry, I was thinking about last week's Hidden 4, sorry. I do think it's harder than the phone. But yeah.
There's a bit of filler in this map, but again, you have to act those streams and act these slider ends, I think, to have a chance to win. You can't just hit the filler.
I just remembered something I wanted to say about Exnor.
Oh yeah?
Which is, if the 3 maps last week were bombs, if Arcana Eden was a nuke, Exnor is the entire war.
Just straight up Fallout.
aside from that, we haven't really had any bomb maps so far, really.
Yeah, I will say we talked about this privately before the weekend, but there's a distinct lack of tech in this pool compared to last weekend. Whether that's good or bad is up for interpretation. There were 4 separate tech maps in last week's pool, and then also the Aspire Nomad 7 on top of that. So I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, but there's
and then also tech elements in some of the other in
like
some of the other maps as well.
Yeah.
Arguably DT3, DT1.
Oh, DT3 I counted as a straight up tech map. Like that's
okay,
just tech.
Cool, good. I counted the 3 bombs and fair. Anyway. So yeah, practice the pool.
Especially practice this one.
This will, if people practice, this will be the highest scoring map of the week, and it won't be close.
That is a big if.
Yes.
Yeah, this is only 6.8 stars, but you might notice there's slider ticks on every slider right in the middle. That's by design. You have to follow the sliders on this map.
There are so few maps that test what this map tests. Like, it's irresistible.
Okay, that slider's a little goofy, Yoke Spy. Come on now.
It's very silly.
It is very silly.
Good luck hitting this one. By
really
the way. Well, he's the mapper. He has a little bit of insight. It's insider trading.
That's true. That's true.
I will say, as the person who actually fought for this, let me see. What's this freaking called again?
Moteke
Sailor Fuku.
Yeah. So my best run on this is a 9 miss with about half the combo.
Duh. Okay, sure.
Sliders. All right, yeah, sure, man.
And he hit it. Was noticing that his only non-slider break miss so far has been.
What is that? How do you hit that? Nah, that's insane. Why is that hittable? How is that hittable? How do you hit that? I don't understand.
This is crazy.
I do indeed remember when Ethan was in chat and said Grease Monkey was getting destroyed. Yes, I do remember.
Fucking hell. Dude, why is everyone reverse sweeping in Hippo Cup this week? What are he's trying to?
Hiccup Cup.
Oh fuck! We should have pulled Notch Hell DT.
True. Well, now they know it's not in the pool. Is that a good thing, or is the DT pool? Well, we'll get there. We'll get there, I guess.
We will.
The vibes of this map are unlike anything I've ever seen.
They really are. I don't know that I've ever seen a map quite like this.
Oh yeah, there is also, don't practice the wrong diff. There is a nerfed version. Do not play it.
Yeah, play the very silly diff. All right.
As opposed to, I believe the other diff is called somewhat silly. Do not play that one.
Yeah, no, play very silly.
No, quite silly. My bad. And also, don't practice the hit sound diff either.
We did not pull a hit sound diff. All right, on to the Hard Rock pool, where we start off with a Renard song. Thank you, Krabby, for the replay on this one.
Dude, this map is so good.
This pool has built-in obstacles. There's like several where you have to like be sure you're playing the right shit.
Look, if you just copy and paste the map ID from the sheet into your Osu client, there's no way you can go wrong.
Yeah, I am personally a massive fan of this map.
Yeah, so remember when I said during like Nomad 5, hey, yeah, there's a reason why we need stuff like Nomad 1 and Nomad 5 in the pool. It's because everything else is gimmicky. Yeah, this is you should start to see that about now.
That's a ban.
And that's a ban.
Yep, that's a ban. What do you mean the vibes are off? This map has vibes coming out of its ears. Yeah, so this is suddenly you just get hit with a C-mob jump scare right about now.
Oh my god, you are not kidding.
Wow, this is C-bomb mapping. Okay.
And then suddenly it's an aim map again. I feel like this map kind of speaks for itself.
It really does. I feel like I don't need to say much on during this. It's just mechanics, but there's also some sliders. Just 200 BPM
also,
mechanics, but there's sliders involved.
It's also extremely fun, I will say.
Miss Magius is still like one of the kings of high star rated mapping. I will take no debating on this matter.
What speed? Just you wait, Eric. Just you wait. There is kind of a down section here, which
it's by comparison.
Yeah,
I would like it's not easy.
It's by no means free. It's also way easier than everything that surrounds it. And it starts ramping up a bit towards the ending again.
Okay, that is a very funny way to get slow slider.
That is an extremely funny way to get slow slidered. Poor Krabby. With Hard Rock, by the way, since Laser doesn't calculate that for you, this is only 9.17 stars, which is actually kind of low for a map that is ostensibly mostly mechanics, but I think is probably fine in this pool, given that it is 197 BPM. So, you know, any more than that on this BPM, and you start to get into criminally understarred territory. So I think this is pretty fine.
I feel like this is still in that range, personally.
It is.
A little bit.
I feel like for honestly most star ratings at this point, but like especially the upper end of star rating, you kind of have to, when you're looking at mechanics maps, specifically aim maps, you have to kind of compute difficulty as almost like a function of star rating and BPM, as opposed to just star rating.
Absolutely.
All right, Hard Rock 2.
Hard Rock 2.
This is the final ankle breaker, I think.
Yes. This is, of course, the CS9 version of Hitogata. We did actually, I was actually going to use Mortal's leaderboard replay, which is insane, by the way. If you have not seen that play, you need to go watch it. Mortal is the single best precision player in the world, and there's not really any competition right now. Nobody else comes close. That guy is unreal. But Shadoo's got a replay on this as well, so we're going to use that instead. And,
anyone wondering what that replay is? It's a 388 combo, 2 miss, and it was set 3 years ago.
yeah. Mortal is the GOAT. Mortal is the single best precision player in the world.
Precision is such a funny chicken or egg situation where, like, everyone knows precision is underweighted, but also because it's underweighted, no one pushes it to see how far, like, people can take it.
How long have I been pulling CS9 in tournaments now? I think I started in DAS, so it's been about 5 years that I've been pulling CS9 plus. I'm doing my part to help push high circle size skill cap in tournaments.
Oh, Vanna is like a clear second place in my mind to Mortal.
Yeah.
Like, currently, at least.
I would agree. Definitely up there. I'm not that familiar with precision players, so I can't say second place for sure, but he's extremely good.
Yeah,
That's it.
Until there's anyone else that's even close to Mortal, though, it's just like the conversation is hardly worth having because Mortal is just that much better than pretty much everybody else right now on CS.
2 mismagious maps.
2 mismagious maps
Hard Rock pool?
in the Hard Rock pool once again. At least this time there's 4 Hard
in
Rocks.
weeks. Last time this happened, it was Christmas.
There was, I was talking about how I didn't even realize that describing a map as a bomb was just very seamlessly integrated into this tourney after last week. But now it's Listia that's adding them. Like, this is a bomb, and this was not me.
Yeah. Finals was Wowie's bombs. Now it's my bombs.
And as always, I'm the one adding most of the mechanics maps, which honestly works pretty well. It's got a good pooling formula. I have to say, I really like pooling with people who fill in for my weaknesses as a pooler, which is past a certain star rating, a lot of the non-mechanic stuff, especially tech and reading, but some of the more like really gimmicky stuff as well. So helps a lot having poolers that like playing that kind of thing and specialize in pooling it.
Probably now is a good time to remind people that this pool, I believe, was completed several weeks ago. Like, the first draft was done before quarterfinals, and then it was completed like a week or two ago.
Yeah.
That pattern's quite difficult.
I hit it in one of my other runs, but the rest of it was so bad that this one ended up better.
Oh my god!
But yeah.
All right.
Me and you, Dio, we are. I got a little bit of the struggle bus this week.
Oh yeah. The double 50k replays from the poolers. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm. We all had our 5-digit replays.
Yeah. All right. On to the Hard Rock 4. Ragnarok by Graham versus Camellia, mapped by LCFC. This is 234 BPM speed tech in Hard Rock. This is.
Also, the second map so far, but is tiebreaker length.
Sure.
TB2, if you will.
The only time I've ever seen this map used was in the 2020 iteration of OMCT as a hidden. So that's kind of the one reference point that we have going into it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know about that. I just had this map on the PC and said, "Yeah, good map."
Oh, it's a good one.
Oh yeah, Wowie, remember when you to kind of break from talking about this pool for a bit, because we have enough time to talk about this map. It's 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up that you mentioned earlier before stream regarding the 2 Hippo Cup matches that you thought that the other one would be closer than the Mongolia one.
Yeah,
you may not have been wrong.
Yeah, it turns out there was no winning answer there. It was the question was flawed.
Yeah, I reject the question. Yeah, I agree with that assessment. Skibbity toilet.
All right. My god. I'm waiting for the song to really start, because honestly, the song doesn't start until like 3/4 of the way in, and then it's just an absolute jammer.
This one's jamming.
Yeah, this part.
It progresses. It progresses nice for sure.
I agree. Especially with like faster music, I tend to also be a bit of a sucker for like slightly more understated textures as well. Like within context at least.
Music major alert.
I'm not even a music major.
You just know theory.
Yeah. Like a butterfly flaps its wings 3 continents away, and I probably would have been.
Goes back to the devious panda mapping a fly landing on him conversation that we had a couple of weeks ago.
True.
Don't overstream those, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at chat. Did I just see Welter correct a message from not a typo into a typo?
Yes. Yes, we did.
That's kind of awesome, actually. I might start doing that.
Which is so funny, dude. You just have to say what you see out loud, and you just get comedy.
That's great.
True.
Yeah, I don't like. I mean, Eric's kind of crashing out at some of these maps a little bit, and I thought that this would be one that would be like obviously favored to him. But this is, I feel like this could be a pick that goes down to the wire against like any of the 3 people in Tier 1.
Yeah, I think this is just straight up balanced in Tier 1. I don't think any of them are a favorite on this.
Not crashing out, but you know what I mean.
This is where the song really pops off. This part of the song is just awesome.
I can't really listen to this song anymore without just remembering Jingle Death.
Oh god.
I'm out of the loop, and I would like to stay out of the loop.
Jingle Death is
Nope.
arguably one of the funniest remixes of all time.
Jingle Death is Kino. For sure.
Oh yeah, this ending part.
Yeah, this was the part that, like, as a pass map, would, like, piss people off.
Oh yeah. Especially on Hidden instead of Hard Rock, I definitely understand why that would piss people off.
Those sliders do not look consistent on Hard Rock.
I don't think they are. I don't think this map was made for Hard Rock.
Brutal slow slider right there.
Fastest wins! Go!
And to win!
That brings us to the end of our Hard Rock pool.
And into the DT pool, where we have a third self-pooled map. This time with a self-pooled replay from Wowie. So I made this map like a year and a half ago or something, and it was AR 9.3 originally, but this map is all overlapping jumps, and I said today, what if we made this map AR 8.5 instead of AR 9.3? And I think that was a great decision. Because now it's a reading pick.
Yeah, this is kind of like if you just play Kigurumi, or like one of those top-level AR8 hidden maps with DT, which is something that I personally love, which is why I was like completely on board with you doing this.
Oh, also the streams in this are next level difficult. They're actually really highly spaced and have some pretty tough corners and also some sliders in them at the same time, some 1-8 kick sliders.
You're welcome for the low AR and GTs. Don't expect it to continue.
Do not expect it to continue.
Actually, that's not entirely true. There's one more map that you that I suppose could be considered low AR at this star rating specifically.
Well, are you enjoying streams in this map? Seems like you are.
Yes, I love 270.
You exceeded your final score for a bit there.
Yeah, those streams are stop and go. Those ones in
Excuse
the
me?
middle.
Okay, yeah, that's
those
interesting.
are stop and go. You have to not over tap those or you will miss.
I could have learned those rhythms for this replay, but I think we were about to go into our match, and I did not have time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that bad. You just have to be ready for them.
Yeah, as long as you know they're there and you can tap 267, it's not that bad. If you don't know they're there, you will miss.
I can't speak for tier 2, but I feel like every tier 1 player can tap 267, at least to some degree.
Yeah, the ones that are left.
Enough
yeah.
to have a chance.
Yeah.
Enough to hit that pattern.
Enough to be able to hit that pattern, absolutely.
The other streams, I'm not so sure. But,
Well, the other streams, it's less about whether you can tap them and more about whether you're
Well,
aiming right.
the aim is genuinely very hard.
yeah.
Like, I was
the aim is hard on no mod.
simple
I miss on the
ones.
streams on no mod. It's not easy. All right.
ET2.
ET2.
At Nineric.
At Nineric. At the other players in tier 1 and 2. A reminder, we pulled this like a month ago.
Yeah, have fun not playing this. Sorry.
The real shame Nineric won't get to play this map. Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah,
Speaking
it happens.
about himself in the third person is crazy.
I think both of the other tier 1 players should leave this open just as a
I was.
treat.
There should be an agreement to not ban the map you want to ban the most.
Yeah. Just like, just gentlemen's protects into the tournament.
Yeah.
Would it be unbadgeable to institute a protect at this point in the tournament?
I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Just change the rules for grand finals. Hi, by the way, we suddenly have protects in grand finals. Good luck, guys.
Wow, what was that save?
Where is
please-
400 BPM DT? Be careful what you wish for.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who saw that, like, save. Hello?
I think you might be.
I didn't see it, I'm
Oh.
afraid. Rogue DT is far too easy, by the way.
Yeah, originally, DT2 here was going to be Embraced by the Flame DT. That got changed because Listia thought it was not good. And so instead we have Nomad 5 and this map as the quote-unquote normal speed picks. How normal can it get at this star rating? I don't really know. Yeah.
Worth noting before anyone gets angry at me, the number of normal speed picks has not changed from that decision.
Yeah.
True. Oh. It's
The
almost
dynamic
over.
of the dynamic of this map is so weird because I feel like this is something that should have more like hard rock FCs. But there's just something about it. I think the slow intro combined with like the way some of these streams move, there's just something about it that like it looks like it should be so ergonomic, I guess. But there's something about it that makes it really hard. I mean, especially at DT, obviously, but even at normal speed.
It feels like the evil twin of Ice Angel.
Is this the last speed map? No.
No,
This is not the last speed map.
there is another.
What do you mean one? Hard Rock 3 is speed, kinda. Nomad 2 exists. Unless you're just banning that versus Secret Box, but...
As discussed, Exnor is a speed map.
That's true? Yeah.
So is Arcana Eden, kind of.
That has to be a pain to pass without no fail for some of these patterns. Like if you miss, you die kind of flow aim is.
Yeah, unless you can literally like over tap it, which in this case requires like 280.
Yep.
Yeah.
Proficiency.
Of course, they
Slider.
That's honestly one of the colder like sliders in a stream map I've ever seen.
I agree.
Yeah.
I wish the spacing was fully consistent internally, but whatever. So yeah, here's your other speed map.
Played by God's strongest cat girl.
This is a cheated replay from Shadows.
This is a cheated replay from Shadows.
Oh, I've not seen this map!
I have seen this map. This is, yeah, it's burst speed, but it's dungeon map to speed map. Which, yeah.
There's also exactly 1/1/8 burst in this map. Good luck.
Wow.
Actually, I forget if it's 1/8 or 1/6.
This map is actually awesome. What?
I know, right? This map's so good. Here we go.
Oh yeah, those are 1/6.
Yeah.
Well, which, you know, 1/6 on 280 is still about 428 BPM for this BPM at DT. So
it's so short.
It is.
First short map in a while, honestly. The average length in this pool is like actually the same as finals somehow. We have gotten to be the exact same average length of 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Would like it to be known, there is a satisfied customer in chat.
Yes.
Actually, much more loving and wholesome than last week. Thank you.
2 satisfied customers in chat. Let's go.
2 satisfied customers.
That's the first TV size I've ever seen that feels shorter.
Yeah, I know, right?
All
anyway,
right.
Here's DT4.
Another cheated replay.
Shadows
Thank you, God's strongest cat girl, for this one. There are no rippable hard rock or DT replays from the leaderboard on this.
So this was basically us realizing, oh shit, the only precision map in the pool is Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, we went over a lot of maps trying to find a good one here.
I have not seen this, by the way. I don't even know what this map is, but apparently AR 10.7 CS6, which is...
Yes, which is some map stats.
Those
it really
are
is.
Map stats. Yeah.
Like, it is a... I mean, from what DT4 has kind of turned into in tourneys, this is kind of just a high-end DT4. Rhythm complexity, aim control, just at a very high level.
I will say this AR also feels higher than it is because of the circle size.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know why, but extreme circle size in either direction makes AR feel higher. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's both. Like there's this one local hero map that's CS 1.4 and AR 8.8, and it feels like AR 9.5.
It's object density, right? That's the reason why it works in either direction with either high or low circle size. Because if you have really high circle size, then there's just fewer objects taking up a portion of your screen at any given time, right? Because the objects themselves are smaller, so they take up less of the screen, which means it feels less dense, so approach rate seems higher than it is. But then with really, really low circle size, the objects take up a ton of your screen at the same time. So usually that feels like lower approach rate than it actually. Sometimes it works the opposite way, and I'm not really sure why. But it should feel like lower approach rate than it actually is.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a really good score by Milo Milkshake.
Yes, it is.
All
very good Milo Milkshake replay. I'll allow it. All right, on to the tiebreaker.
Brings us to the end of the base pool.
Let's go on to the tiebreaker.
We have Stolen Heart.
Stolen Heart for a stolen map from Suffer Cup. Thank you.
This is a Suffer Cup tiebreaker?
This is a Suffer Cup 1 tiebreaker, yes.
I did not know that.
That's why it's RNG_heart.
Oh, I thought that was just meta commentary.
Yeah.
My bad.
There's an ongoing joke I have with Fury where I always call him a mapping addict. Because he's just, like, always sending me shit that he's submitting. Like, I feel like he maps all the time. But now that doesn't quite apply, because this was mapped for something. I thought he was just doing this for the love of the game.
No love of the game here, just tournament.
Yeah, this map is full of BPM changes. If you were ever going to practice a tiebreaker, practice this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say just one more topic on the CS thing. It's not necessarily the case on Hidden, but I was also going to bring up how, like, on a CS1 map, the approach circles are literally moving faster.
That's also true.
Compared to, like, on CS4.
That's true, yeah. Maybe that partially explains it with approach circles. Maybe if you turn on Hidden, it feels like lower approach rate. I don't know.
Yeah.
And obviously not everyone, like, would want to do that.
Yeah.
So they kind of just deal with it.
Anyway, map pool on sheet, map pack on sheet, schedules on sheet for both divisions. So everything is taken care of and ready to go for next weekend. Stats are also out. So everything is good to go for the grand finals weekend here. I think the only thing we have left to do, or I have left to do, is upload all the VODs to YouTube and link them on the main sheet, which will be done either sometime later today or maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of tired, honestly.
Did you run into storage issue problems with the new Twitch update?
No. Because I have...
Oh, I saw that reverse slider.
Yeah. No, I did not, because I have always either uploaded VODs to YouTube or just forgotten to highlight them. One of the two.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that that rule did not account for just past VODs.
Yeah, past broadcasts are exempt because those get automatically deleted anyway.
Okay. I just saw the freaking screen grab from Northern Lion saying 4,000 hours out of 100.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know, there's a streamer I watch as well who had, like, something similar or higher than that because he's a speedrunner. Like, this is just evil for speedrunners. Speedrun.com's actually just blanket banned Twitch VODs as / Twitch highlights as acceptable submissions now because they might just get deleted.
I'm glad you didn't run into that issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the reason why big channels like Northern Lion are going to have that issue is because clips also count toward the time allocation.
They do? That's
yes.
evil.
Clips and highlights count toward it. So
that's not even like their fault.
No.
What?
So, but if
Wait,
you have...
so you're telling me... You're telling me that someone could theoretically write a bot that just goes and clips a bunch of shit and instantly break anyone from being able to use highlights?
I mean, hopefully it would be caught, but I think technically that's true.
I mean, you could also just, like, get a bunch of people together to do it as well.
Yeah, like, a bot would maybe be caught easier, but, like, the human element, ugh.
Yeah. Because some people may not know this. If you, like, click the make clip button, I don't know why I'm giving out this information. If you click the make clip button and then close the tab, the clip gets saved anyway.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least it used to. It might not anymore.
No, that's the same thing happens where, like, if you try to upload a map, like, it gets uploaded before you click the submit button, if that makes sense. So, like, that does make sense to me as something that could just operate in that way. I think I've accidentally uploaded a custom like an hour too soon because of that.
Speed map.
Crazy how this is the easiest part of the map.
I know.
Yeah. Where does he lose his score?
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh wait, I remember. I remember where. I remember where.
Oh, I do too.
I will say nothing. I will say nothing.
Don't lose your match on this.
Yeah, there's an ending. Oh. Oh no.
He forgot.
He may have forgotten. Or it may have been on purpose.
Funny.
One of the two.
That's so good.
That's great.
That is wonderful. All right, that is everything. That's every map pool released. Whoa, Listia, we're done. All the map pools are finished for this tournament and released. How's it feel? It's finished.
I'm glad to have been a part of something like truly different.
Yeah, no, me too. Pooling has never felt like this before for me. Genuinely, it's just been like really unique.
I'm hoping that's unique in a good way, because I definitely had a good time pooling this tournament.
I had a lot of fun with this. It's kind of encouraged me to dive into different depths of my songs folder as well.
Yeah, I definitely had to go looking for maps I would never have to look for before for this tournament. So
yeah,
it's been a very unique experience, both in terms of getting replays and finding maps. Because getting replays myself on 9-star maps was not in my bingo card for 2025, but here we are.
No, mine actually.
Yeah.
For me getting a replay on a 9-star as well, even though I only did one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that is it. That is everything. All the pools are released. The map pack is out. Schedules are out. Stats for finals weekend are in the folder as well and fully updated. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Woey and Listia, for pooling with me for this tournament. It was awesome. Thanks to everybody who worked on replays for this tournament. There were no test players. We were all about the vibes and having fun with this tournament. And once again, I hope the players have fun with it next weekend as well. Reminder, the pool is really hard for everyone involved, not just you. So go into it with that mindset, have some fun, and enjoy yourselves in the last week of this tournament. And good luck fighting for the badge in both Tier 1 and Tier 2. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you all next weekend for Grand Finals.